was ready to put a few 100 miles on this baby to test out the throttle issues that I've been having. But first, let's grab some gas. The weather wasn't looking too good, but I needed to put some miles on this bike to make sure I didn't have issues taking it out of state. Solo riding and an open, clear road had me fully relaxed. I completely forgot about the throttle issue. Drop a comment below and let me know what your preference is, solo or group. I think you know what mine is. I have no real destination today. I'm just going to do a couple of 100 miles, but I feel like I've been on a total time crunch. I don't know why, maybe just a little bit claustrophobic. So I've just pulled over, I'm going to have a quick coffee. I'm not bothered that it's raining, it's actually really quite refreshing to be honest with you, even though I didn't pack my rain gear. But anyway, whatever. There's some water. So many people selling like tamales on the roadside. We just passed them, the camera wasn't on. And they're like those really tiny vans where someone's just gone and slapped a sticker on it. Not sure I'd eat from there. Not if it was on a long journey, that's for sure. I decided to ride out to one of my favourite spots, which is Cafe 27 on Highway 27. That way, if anything happened to the bike, I knew my way around that area and I knew I'd be okay. It's absolutely empty. There's probably 3 more bikes here. It's just like the perfect place to come and just sit by yourself for a few hours. And that's what I'm going to do. Leaving Cafe 27 and crossing Highway 27 sometimes can be a little treacherous. If you look to the left side of the bike, you'll see that huge truck. I'm not too sure why he parked there because that was obstructing my view and that was really unsafe. You can see me slowly edging out, but I crossed and all was okay. I decided to take my chances, ignore the rain, and take the bike into the Florida Everglades, one of my favourite places. I hadn't been here for a few years, and as you can see, the views are spectacular, the roads were nice and clear, and you can see the rain clouds on either side of the bike. I felt like that bright opening was just meant for me to ride through. The store's closed, they won't mind me parking the bike under here, hopefully, while the storm passes. And now I've understood why I need to put my drinks holder on the other side of the handlebar, even though I prefer it on that side. Ooh. Because it's just smashed into my speaker, and it's just opened up the little drawer at the front. I don't really like it there, but it is what it is. So I don't know whether you saw the lightning before, but I don't mind rain. I just don't mind rain. I don't mind cold, but lightning and thunder kind of get me when I'm on a motorcycle, so I'm just going to sit here quietly for a bit. It's so peaceful. It's just so peaceful. Is there any alligators in here? No. It's so peaceful, guys. It really is so peaceful here. Can you see the fish? Don't want to drop my phone. There. There's that lizard again. I think I'm going to head back. I've just looked at, I used the app, My Radar, and I think, yeah, I'm probably going to get caught in some rain, but I think it's not going to be so bad. I think there's some cars here, but nobody's come out to tell me not to put the bike there. But what a perfect spot. Yeah, if it was going to chuck it down, it's a great spot to be in. All right, guys, I'm going to head back. Hi guys, so I'm finally home and it is about to absolutely chuck it down again. So I don't want to keep you too long here, and thank you for watching the first part of the video. I'm working on my storytelling. Alright, so you saw that I did, 200 plus miles. The bike was running fine, didn't have any issues with the throttle response, nothing. The infotainment system has blanked out on me before, it didn't do it. So if you haven't watched the video that I put up before this, please go and do so, and it'll give you a little bit more insight into why I'm doing this video. So just to do a quick kind of overview of what's happened, we were on our way to Laconia Bike Week, and we were going to travel through to New York, stay there, and then go on to New Hampshire. Anyway, we didn't get there, and that's on the next 2 videos that I'm going to put out, so hit the notification bell so you don't miss those. We didn't get there because my bike went into limp mode 2 times. First time was coming out of a gas station when we just got off the Amtrak, and the second time was on our way to New York. So the first time we had Quantico Harley Davidson pick the bike up. The weather was horrendous and the dealership closed, so there wasn't anybody there to look at the bike. There was no technicians, so I had to make the decision to pull into a gas station, have the technician, he was new, check the bike for a code. He said there wasn't any, and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe it was just like a glitch. I'm just gonna get on with the trip. So 1.5 hours into the ride, heading towards New York, and at 75 miles an hour, the bike went into limp mode again. At that point, I wasn't going to continue the trip, right? So we jumped into the nearest hotel and found the nearest Harley Davidson, and that was Old Glory. We were there 8:30 the next morning, and these guys were amazing. So thank you, Dan. And if I remember his name, I think it's Fred, who was the technician. So Fred had the bike for 7 hours, so we lost another day, but he went through everything. What he found was one of the pins in the throttle body, I believe, wasn't in properly, so he pushed that in. Then he also found something else. It was like a weather seal that I don't know what had happened to it, but it wasn't placed properly, and I think that was like a manufacturer's defect or whatever. He fixed that and then sent us on our way. By then, we'd probably missed 2 days of the trip, and it's all in the next couple of videos, like having to cancel the hotels, how they acted. I'm just totally going to tell the truth, everything that we went through. So we decided to do almost like a 360 and just go in a different direction, and you'll see all that in the videos. So this is the work order from Old Glory Harley Davidson. So it's just a description basically of what I said, what I was doing, what happened to the bike, and the code that it threw when they checked it, because as I wrote it in there, I didn't mess around with it. The engine check light was on and that triangle, so they were able to get a code, and the code was 3020-01. It says codes present under ECM. So I want you guys to let me know in the comments what code your bike through and what was the fix, right? Because I know from the last video I had a lot of comments, people saying that they were having the same issues with their bike or they knew somebody. So I want you to let me know what happened with your bike or your friend's bike. So because no parts were replaced, I was still a little nervous to ride the bike, and that's why we did a different trip. On the way home from that trip, 5 hours from Sanford to Miami, there was no issues with the bike, and then you just saw the 200 plus miles then. I am going to put probably another 1,000 miles on this bike before I take it out of state, just to make sure it's okay. So coming back from there, I thought I'm going to take it to my local dealership, and Bernardo, who always does my bikes, he's an amazing technician, he's been there for years, and he had some other bikes come in with the same issue. So he overnighted, apparently he replaced all the pins in the throttle body, and even though they can't give you 100%, he said every time he's had this issue, and he's not had loads, he's had a few, every time he's had that issue, he's changed the pins and people haven't brought the bikes back. So he seems to think that that is the fix. If you know any different, please let me know, because even though the confidence is building with this bike, I don't want to take it out of state just yet, so it's not going to Sturgis with me. That's for a whole different video. So yeah, I just wanted to keep you up to date, let you know. Please leave a comment, let me know what's happening with your bikes, whether you got everything fixed. And I also want to just thank you for subscribing. I have a lot of new subscribers from the last video, and if you haven't subscribed and you like the content, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because there are other videos going up pretty soon. I'm working on them right now. And that's it for now, guys. So take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye.